Today is the 19th of May. My name's and I'm about to do an interview with No Doubt's bass player Tony Kanal.
27 months before we started making this record, and we were tired of being on the road. We were just exhausted, so it was good to get to the point and be really excited to go in the studio, and then it was good to spend 2 years in the studio and be really excited to now be on the road again.
And how do you cope with such a packed schedule?
You just get used to it, you know? You just get used to it. This is our job, and it's actually a really great job to have. You make it work. You know?
And what's your favourite song to perform live?
Way too hard to pick one. Sunday morning's always good. It's always been great. I love playing Blue. There's so many. Ex-Girlfriend's fun. You know, it changes all the time, and it's cool to. All the new stuff's incredible. It's also great to play the older stuff because every time you play, it's always a little bit different. And you can always especially if you play a song 1,000 times, you always add that little bit of extra flavor into it every time, you know, and everyone's trying different things. So.
Yeah, I noticed at the show how you mixed a lot of old songs, new songs, so that was good.
Exactly. That's so awesome right now because just the fact that we have all these new songs, it's really good for us. You know what I mean?
And is there any song that you find difficult to play? No. Thank you very much. No, there's no difficult songs to play. I mean, there's songs that we haven't played that the first time you play them is a little bit tricky because, you know, like some of the newer stuff, like a song called Too Late, we didn't play it last night, but it's a little tricky to play live. Some of the harder songs to play live, but... I love that song. I think it's really beautiful.
Yeah. But there's no difficult songs to play. It shouldn't be. At least for us, we wrote them. It was difficult for us.
Because some of them are technically difficult, so I can imagine
Right. No, I think we're pulling it off pretty well, actually. Yeah.
And what about emotionally? Are there any sort of touching songs for you, or
no,
you sort of separate yourself
from
the music?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What's been the biggest highlight of your career so far?
I think once again, there's too many cool things to pick from. But I would definitely say having the opportunity to travel around the world. On that last record, I'm not doing it again. I mean, we never ever thought it would get to that level. And at that point, we had been a band for 9 years, 8-9 years, and to have that reward at the end of it, you know what I mean? Like to be able to go around the world and play for people in places that you never ever thought you'd get to is incredible.
Yeah, and is there any countries that sticks out in particular, more different than the rest of some reason?
Some of the places that don't usually get a lot of bands that come to them, like Israel, we played in Israel, we played in India, and they don't normally get bands from America or the Western rock bands coming to their countries. So those people are really, really appreciative. You know what I mean? They really show how much they care and how much they appreciate you coming all the way out there.
That must be fantastic.
Yeah, incredible.
If you could team up with anyone for a song, who would you choose?
What do you mean team up?
Sort of record the same
Who would we choose? We've already got to work with so many incredible people. We got to work with Elvis Costello, with Billy Idol, and Gwen got to sing with Prince, and Brian Setzer. So we've already had the opportunity to work with all these amazing people. Who do you still want to work with? I'll come back to that one. Let me think about that.
When you're not touring, recording, or writing music, what do you enjoy doing?
Me personally, I don't have anything else in my life except the band.
Yeah, it take up an enormous amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, I could do other stuff, but I just choose not to. You know
Did you used to have any hobbies or anything?
I mean, I was going to school and I was working before, but now all I do is band stuff. Tom surfs, Adrian plays golf, and Gwen was dabbling in the acting thing, and she was, trying out for movies and stuff like that, so she had that going on. And she's also spent a lot of time decorating her house and concentrating on all that interior design kind of stuff. But for me, I think it's, the band is all-consuming, and I'm the kind of person I just like to have a really simple life, so I just like one thing to concentrate on. And for now, it's the band, you know what I mean? It's kind of a boring answer, but that's just the way it is.
What talent do you wish you had?
Ooh, I wish I could sing. I really wish I could sing. No, I can't sing. No, I sing very badly.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I can't sing, I just play bass. I'd love to sing.
Yeah. If you weren't in the music industry, what would you have liked to have done?
That's another tough one because I've been doing this since I was 16.
So it's a long time.
And it's really the only thing I know how to do. I was going to college and studying psychology, but I knew I never really wanted to be a psychologist. You know what I mean? So, what would I be doing? See, I think I would always end up in the music industry, whether I was playing or whether I was on the other side of it and taking care of business. I think I'd still be in the music industry.
Each of your past albums have all been quite distinct in style. How would you describe the essence of Return of Saturn?
I think Return of Saturn is the most focused record we've ever made. I think it's definitely the best record we've ever made, you know. When we were making Tragic Kingdom, we were all going to school and working, and we had a lot of other things that we had to be concerned with. And this time we had the opportunity just to concentrate on music for 2 years. And I think that, in turn, that made a more focused record. And I think it's, what was the question exactly?
How would you describe the
How to
essence?
describe it? I think once again it's very personal. Gwen's lyrics are once again very personal and honest and sincere. I think we reached a level of musicianship and songwriting which we've never hit before, and I think that can only come with being together for 13 years.
Return of Saturn focuses a lot on relationships. Looking at the band members of No Doubt, I've heard that Gwen's seen Gavin, Adrian's married to Nina, and Tom went out with a school teacher. How come we've never heard anything about your relationship?
Right. I'm happily single. You know what I mean?
Are you?
Yeah, I'm happily single and just enjoying myself. And once again, like concentrating on the band really takes all my time. And I don't feel like I would have. I would be able to be fair with a girl, or like give her the time, you know, put in the time that was necessary, like really foster a good relationship right now, you know. And you know, if something happens, of course, if I find the right person, you know, things happen, it's just natural. But right now, I'm also once again.
Does that make it really hard to meet
I think it does. I don't think it makes it hard to meet people. I think it makes it hard to maintain a relationship.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're always moving around. Yeah. So. You know what, right now, if I meet the right girl, of course, everything's going to change.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm just happy and single.
And how do you cope with all the media and fan attention?
It's not that rough, you know what I mean? It's like, it's very flattering that people even care about us. And usually it's really positive, you know what I mean? It's very few instances where it turns out to be a negative thing. So I think for Tom, Adrian, and myself, it's one level, and I think for Gwen, of course, it's a whole different level. I think
Do you ever feel like you're getting like stalked or anything?
No, I've never had that feeling, you know? No, never had that feeling, you know what I mean? It's just, I think we've been together for so long, and we were together for so long before we had the commercial success, the big success, that we're just, we've seen both sides of it, and we know how good it is to have this kind of success, and we don't take it for granted, so we don't let that stuff bother us.
Did you write many songs that didn't make it onto your current album?
Yeah, we did. We wrote quite a few songs. We started writing in the beginning of 1998, and I think we probably got like maybe 35, 40 songs, you know, of which we recorded maybe 25. That's the right number.
That's a lot. So what's going to happen with those songs that didn't make
Well,
it?
there's a lot of B-sides, which we've already started releasing, like on, you know, on singles and stuff like that. And so I think out of the 25 that we recorded, those extra 10 or 11 songs, those will appear as B-sides or soundtrack songs.
Would you consider releasing like another B-side?
Absolutely. We've already been talking about that.
Great.
Maybe like at the end of 2001 or early
to get it all
2002.
down
We'll get it all
together
together, and we'll put together maybe some remixes of other, you know, songs that you've already heard. You know what I mean? I'm definitely planning on doing that. Me and Tom have been talking about that quite a bit.
What are your best and worst personality traits?
I have a really hard time talking about myself. Best and worst personality traits. No, I can't do it. I can't talk about myself like that.
That must be a bit difficult sometimes because I'm sure like with media and fans and stuff, they all want to know about you. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really hard thing. That's one question I don't answer usually.
You've basically reached the pinnacle of your career, achieving more than most bands could ever dream of.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go from here? Is there anything else you'd like to achieve?
As a band?
Yeah.
You know, right now we're looking at short-term goals, and the short-term goal is to stay on the road right now and tour this record and play for tons of people again. You know, that's the goal. And I think it's actually kind of exciting because we don't know what the plan is after this. You know what I mean? We don't know how we're going to feel when we get home from this tour. If this tour is going to be a year long or 2 years long, or you know, we just don't know what's going to happen. So it's kind of awesome. It's really open, and we're all still having a really good time. So we might get right back in the studio. We might take a little bit of time off. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. But for right now, the goal is just to keep touring and playing for people. To see what happens.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Pleasure.